that it is an election gimmick and to fool you that they care. But you are more intelligent than that. It is not their personal money. It is the people's money. It is the state money. I say to you, collect, bless it, and look to the APNU for a better life. Comrades, those people on the East Coast released the Abrams. They released the buses apparently. And so, we are going to have a poem from Mr. Dion Abrams. He is a member of the Working People's Alliance, and he comes from Buxton. Mr. Dion Abrams. Good evening, comrades. Good evening. Madam Chairperson, I hope I'll get back my few seconds. Comrades, the young comrade asks, are you ready? I ask you, do you know what you are ready for? Are you ready, comrades, to send Donald Ramotar and his show me ID card. Show me ID card, comrades. Because, comrades, if you are not registered, if you do not have your ID card, all we're doing is fooling ourselves. But, comrades, I ask you to check to ensure that you have it safely. And those of you who may have lost your ID card, you have the opportunity to go to the Elections Commission office and ensure that you have a replacement. You don't have an ID card, comrades, then you don't have a chance to vote the PPP out of office. Tonight my time is limited, but I want to tell you that I'm delighted. I'm delighted that you came out in such large numbers. Because, comrades, your presence here this evening sends a clear message to President Donald Ramotar that his dictatorial prorogation of Parliament as a device to silence your representatives in the National Assembly will not be tolerated. We are all here, comrades, because we are tired. We are fed up with the government's policy of for friends and family only. Comrades, we are tired. We are tired as a nation of this policy of do as I say, but not as I do. We are tired, comrades, of the discrimination and victimization in the conduct of state affairs. We are tired, comrades, of the fact that every village, every community, and citizens all over Guyana are not enjoying their equitable share of the national pie. And the unwillingness, comrades, of this government to formulate policies that will encourage the private sector to expand and make bold investments so that our young people can be employed. Comrades, we are tired. We are tired and we are fed up of this government. We are tired, comrades, and we are fed up of the distribution of land for cattle to party supporters, leaving the poor cattle farmers without pastures to graze their cattle. Comrades, I don't know about you, but secure environment. Comrades, we of the opposition, your duly elected representatives, were suspended from the National Assembly because we dared to stand up to the President and his ministers and demand that decency be returned to national political life and that Parliament function in accordance with the letter and spirit of real democracy. Yes, comrades, we were suspended because we dared to question the government's lack of transparency and accountability. We dared to call for the reduction of the value-added tax and the need for a livable wage for you, our people. Better salaries for our teachers, our nurses, policemen and women, and all public servants. So let's examine some of the things we were asked. We asked the President's ministers to account for in the National Assembly. In March 2014, we voted down some 37 million from the 2014 budget, which related, comrades, to items which the government could not properly explain. The Minister of Amerindian Affairs received $500 million in December of 2013 for the Amerindian Development Fund. And in March of this year, comrades, they came back to us in the National Assembly and look at your representatives and ask us to give them $1.1 billion more for the same fund. Comrades, all this, comrades, happened while our Amerindian brothers and sisters continue to live below the poverty level. Many times the dormitories where the children stay experience shortage of food. The health centers in the various communities lack the basic medical supplies, and their infrastructure, comrades, would move you to tears. We asked the government to build 3 technical institutes in regions 1, 7, and 9 to provide skills for our Amerindian youths, but they would rather give them a fish than teach them how to fish, comrades. That is the type of government we have. Protect this legacy for our generations to come. Are you ready, comrades? Are you ready, comrades? Comrades, the President has sitting on his desk a bill passed in the National Assembly to amend the former President's Act to stop former President Barra Jagdeo from receiving uncapped allowances. Imagine this man could have how much vehicles he wants. This man ain't got no children, but they give him an allowance that he could go and adopt a whole village. Comrades, we have to watch the kitty. We have to watch it and watch it carefully. We continue to call on the President, comrades, and his ministers to honor those motions passed in the National Assembly, such as the reduction for the cost of crossing the Berbice River Bridge and the payment of the subvention to the Quechua Labor College so poor people children can go there and get an education. And this government wants to tell us that they are a caring government. My comrades, the questions and the calls for investigation by your representatives in the National Assembly are numerous. For instance, comrades, about it. But comrades, in 2013, we passed unanimously $600 million so that every pensioner will be able to get $20,000 credit electricity. How many persons you know got that? Comrades, but you know what? The Minister of Human Services, when she was asked, comrades, how many persons were granted electricity assistance, her response in the National Assembly, and it is written, comrades, is 7,032. Out of 29,500 that they catered for, comrades. But you know what? That only comes up to about $50 million, you know. You know what? In the 2014 budget, when the short man, I'm talking about the short man, the finance minister. I'm talking about the finance minister that sits over there. I am talking about, he reported, comrades, that all the monies, you hear me, comrades, that all the monies were spent on this program. Comrades, are you getting the picture why they don't want us in the National Assembly? Are you understanding, comrades, why they don't want us in the National Assembly? Because, comrades, by doing what the President has done, they have carte blanche to spend without scrutiny. But our shadow finance minister, the Honorable Mr. Carl Greenwich, told them last Monday that we're going to review all them spending and we're going to lock them up. Comrades, we have given representation. We have been speaking to the government over 3 years now since the last elections. And the government's only response is, you can tell me you love me, you can kneel down and beg, I can still spend, I can thief, That is their attitude, comrades. They're telling us to hell with all of us. They will do whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do it, and however they want to do it. Are you going to allow them, comrades? They can't hear you with a piano. Are you going to allow that, comrades? Comrades, my time is limited. And so to you, my elders, my brothers, my sisters, my sons and my daughters, I call on you to send a clear message to President Donald Ramotar and his cohorts that the people united can never be defeated, comrades. That is what we must tell the President and his cohorts. That this land is our land. That this land is our children's land. And that not one blade of grass, nor one do know what. Thank you, comrades. Thank you very much, Comrade Walter Lawrence. And comrades, as Comrade Walter Lawrence was speaking, I had a phone call again. But this time, it was from Mr. Winston Felix, ex-Commissioner of Police, and the Shadow Minister of Home Affairs. And he asked me to report to you that we have completed the adjacent cell at the Georgetown prisons because it will be necessary to utilize it soon. reform. We